What happens when humans can't dream? This question isn't just theoretical. It reveals something profound about why we need sleep in the first place. Scientists have developed clever experiments to find out, selectively waking people whenever they enter REM sleep, while allowing other sleep stages to continue normally. The results are unsettling. After just a few nights of REM sleep deprivation, research subjects begin showing clear signs of psychological distress. They become irritable and anxious, with difficulty concentrating on simple tasks. Their frustration threshold drops dramatically, and many report increased hunger and food cravings, particularly for carbohydrates. Most concerning, some begin experiencing hallucinations while awake, seeing movements in their peripheral vision or hearing sounds that aren't there. When repeatedly prevented from entering REM sleep, your brain becomes increasingly determined to get there. Each time you fall asleep, you'll attempt to enter REM sleep more quickly than normal. If allowed to sleep without interruption after several nights of REM deprivation, you'll experience REM rebound, spending a much higher percentage of sleep time in REM as your brain tries to recover missed dream time. This powerful drive suggests dreaming is essential for proper brain function. Your brain prioritizes dreaming highly, altering its normal sleep patterns to ensure it happens, even after just one night of disruption. This compensatory mechanism points to dream sleep fulfilling a biological need as fundamental as food or water. The connection between REM sleep and mental health becomes more evident when examining certain psychiatric medications. Many antidepressants, particularly SSRIs, significantly suppress REM sleep. Patients taking these medications often spend 50 to 70% less time in REM sleep than normal, yet they generally don't experience the negative effects seen in laboratory REM deprivation studies. This apparent contradiction has led to fascinating hypotheses about dream function. Some researchers suggest the emotional processing that normally occurs during REM dreams happens through different mechanisms in people taking these medications. Others propose that certain types of depression might involve excessive REM sleep with too much negative dream content, making REM suppression potentially therapeutic. Perhaps the most disturbing window into dream deprivation comes from an extremely rare condition called fatal familial insomnia, FFI. This genetic disorder progressively destroys the thalamus, a brain region crucial for sleep regulation. Patients initially develop mild insomnia that worsens until they become completely unable to sleep. As the disease advances, patients experience increasing hallucinations, motor problems, rapid weight loss, and severe autonomic dysfunction. Their cognitive abilities deteriorate rapidly. Eventually, typically within 12 to 18 months of symptom onset, the patient dies. Beyond these extreme cases, even mild REM sleep disruption affects cognitive abilities. Laboratory studies show that people deprived of REM sleep perform worse on tests requiring creative problem-solving and emotional intelligence. While they can handle straightforward logical tasks, anything requiring mental flexibility or emotional processing becomes significantly more difficult. Their ability to recognize subtle emotional expressions diminishes, potentially impairing social interactions. The impact on emotional regulation appears particularly significant. Without adequate REM sleep, the brain's ability to process emotional experiences becomes compromised. This explains why people with disrupted REM sleep often report feeling emotionally raw, with emotions feeling more intense and harder to regulate. The normal overnight reduction in emotional reactivity, where yesterday's upsets seem less bothersome today, doesn't happen properly without dream sleep. Creativity also suffers without REM sleep. A composer I interviewed described how, during a period of severe insomnia that disrupted his REM cycles, he experienced complete creative blockage. "I'd sit at the piano for hours, but nothing would come," he explained. The connections between musical ideas that usually flow naturally were completely absent. Only after his sleep patterns normalized did his creative abilities return. The connection between dream sleep and mood disorders runs in both directions. People with depression and anxiety often show abnormal REM sleep patterns, either entering REM sleep too quickly or spending an unusual proportion of their sleep time in REM. Conversely, REM sleep disruption can trigger mood disturbances even in people without previous psychiatric issues. Studies examining dream content after periods of emotional stress show that dreams often incorporate elements of the stressful situation, but with variations that might help process the experience. Your brain seems to use dreams to replay emotional events with different outcomes or perspectives. Based on REM sleep deprivation studies and rare cases of fatal familial insomnia, complete dream loss would likely lead to severe cognitive decline, emotional instability, hallucinations, and eventually death, while short-term dream deprivation causes temporary problems that resolve with recovery sleep. Complete long-term loss of dreaming appears incompatible with survival. The importance of dreaming becomes even clearer when we consider its evolutionary conservation. Nearly all mammals and birds show REM sleep, despite the vulnerability it creates. For a sleeping animal, the muscle paralysis of REM creates significant danger, temporarily preventing escape from predators. The fact that evolution has preserved this risky state across so many species suggests its functions must be absolutely essential.